Hey, happy Sunday night, everybody. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and I am joined with Billy Rios, and he is the superstar of the weekend, without question. We were just talking about it, there's been over 7,000 of you watching his room tour, which was amazing. And not only was it amazing, but it was also just the coolest thing just to be in that space. It was kind of surreal, and I kept trying to, like, the last day, like I had to, like, I don't remember what I had left down there or something. Like I was like, I wanted to see the Joker swap out. Like, I just want to see the room one more time. It's like, you just want to keep creeping down there. I was kind of, Eric got to sleep down there. So he got to be surrounded by all those statues moving creepily at night. But anyway, how the heck are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I can't believe it's actually been a week since we were in the midst of all our shenanigans and having fun. But I did get a chance to catch up on some rest. I thought doing this would probably be a good opportunity to just thank everybody for tuning in and watching us babble on for an hour. Yeah, I can't believe it was that long. It didn't seem that long when we were doing it, But everybody who watched, the views and the comments, I couldn't get back to everybody. I tried my best, but thank you so much to everybody who watched that and enjoyed it. It was just three dudes hanging out, So it was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun, and I was like so worried because we'll get to the story in a second. I want to tell the story about Eric's microphones. So we got Knight in the house. Hello. We got Theodore saying hello. Thank you for being here, Theodore, as always. We got Jolly Roger. Good evening, everyone. I've been work and sports. It's been a while since I've been able to hang out. Well, we're glad that you're here. Also a member. We got all the members here tonight, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. We got Justin Racklin in the house. Hello to you. Battlecat78. Hello. Sounds like Wednesday night should be interesting. Yeah. I'm nervous about that show because it's going to go hard. We got Godlike Statues in the house. Jimmy G. Hope everybody's doing good over there at Godlike. Appreciate that, Jimmy. We got Jurgen 2. It's Mr. Lane. Hey, guys, hope you're doing good today. We're doing great, Lane. Nate Rose, absolutely love Billy's statue room, and how's everybody doing? Again, how could you not like that room? It's just, as so many people put it, it's just so well done and so well curated. I mean, what else is there to say? We got Everyday Collector. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? Got Jeff Houghton in the house. Yeah, that's right. I'm about to say something else there. Hi, Chris and Billy. Thanks for getting back to me. Absolutely. We got Alan Kiefer in the house. Hey, Alan. This old geek. Nate Rose. We got Louis Soto. How are you, Chris? I'm doing great. I'm bummed it's already Sunday night. We were just talking about how quickly it was, how quickly it went. But anyway, I wanted to tell you, so the story about, so I was so worried about the video because as soon as we filmed, Eric had got these new mics and they're really great and they were magnetic. And I'm really so glad that we did it because he had two mics, one for Billy and one for me. But then as soon as I got it downloaded, I realized the sound was so wonky. And so we found out that the amplifier had been turned up to 9. And so I had to play around with it in the editor. So it is a weird sounding kind of video. It still drives me crazy a little bit just as a person that does this all the time. But I'm so glad that at least people could hear us because at one point I told Billy I thought I lost all the footage because it was still on my camera. But I had we filmed Philly. We filmed Baltimore. We filmed outside of Baltimore. We filmed in Washington, D.C. And so I filmed some of it on my camera, but whenever I have it on my Osmo Pocket, I have to download that to my phone. And I just quickly ran out of memory. I couldn't load it. So, I mean, Billy, you were there. You know how frustrated I was trying to freaking download the footage just so I could try to get it edited.
And then it was crazy. There was also a late night run to Walmart. So
there was a late night, and there was just to try to dump some of the data off of my phone, which was really funny and memorable in itself. But I finally got it figured out, and then I got home and I was going to download Billy's room tour, and I only had one clip of it. I'm like, oh my god, I've lost the entire thing. Luckily, I was remembering that it was actually still on the Osmo Pocket. So it all worked out, but it was a little scary.
Thank God, man.
Chris, did you get any inspiration or ideas from Billy's collection? Love this sports collection from UK. Yeah, how could you not get inspiration from a collection like that? Obviously, I'm still trying to figure out the art. I spent all day, matting things and framing things. Since I've been home, we went to Oklahoma last night, and I just got home this afternoon. But one of the things that I was really inspired by are all the little pieces of art that he has. What did we say? Those were 5x7 or 5x7 cards that he has sketches out. And so I like the way that looks. I think that that's a really great idea where it doesn't take up a lot of space, but really ties the art in with the statues, and then having the art behind it also. There's just I don't know, I guess you could say there's 3 layers of art, really. I mean, and it just all works together. What inspired you to do that in the first place, to have something like that in that size?
It was I kind of I know some people pair the CGCs, and I have a few with the art, you know what I'm saying? And it was just well, I'm running out of wall space, so what could we do? And then you kind of get to a point, and I'm sure all collectors get to that point where I have what I like, and I don't want to get rid of anything to go and make some room. So I kind of had just kind of came up with it one day, and was just wow, I'm just gonna do something smaller and put it in a smaller frame and just put them throughout the room, so there's still original art throughout the room and it doesn't take up space. And when I get them done, when you go to the artist, you go to the table, they usually charge me for a remark, which is the lowest tier thing that they would do. And when they see it's a 5x7, every single time they've filled up the whole page, which obviously a 5x7, a remark could be, an inch, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, when they've done them, every single artist that I've gotten, I got about, 15 of them running around throughout the room, they've all filled up the whole page. So you're getting a lot more for that remark price, and, like I said, it doesn't break the bank and it doesn't kill a lot of space. You could always move them around, and, I don't know, just kind of worked.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks absolutely incredible. And like I said, I don't know if I've seen very many collectors do that. I mean, I've seen some where obviously they'll put the art behind,
which I have,
or they'll have CGCs. They'll have CGCs that accompany the statue, or some sort of name marker or something like that. But I was just really impressed, and I think that was one of the first things I noticed was just the little sketches, and it just really tied everything together. Of course, you have amazing ones from Finch and others, that really stand out, obviously. But
yeah, I mean, I tried to, some of the Marvel ones were just local artists. I said, hey, can you do a Dr. Doom for me? Oh yeah, I would love to do that. And I think we've talked about it. The bigger guys, the Fabox, the Finches, the Jim Lees. You got guys who are not published and not as famous, but it's just as talented. So to have some of those pieces that I like too, it's just that's, like I said, doesn't break the bank. And I have some Finch, and I have what else? I don't know, a couple of Tony Daniels and Art Germ. So it's a good mix of unknown artists with a lot of the higher tier guys too. So
well, it all looks so good. We were just talking before the show. I've been working on some of my art. I don't know if I show some of you guys the Del Auto piece I just picked up.
Yeah, that was great. Guess who's back?
Bad man. Yep, guess who's back? Oh, this one you were there for.
Oh yeah,
right there, little Melee, Alex, or Alex, not Melee. This is Alex Maleev, right there. Stuart Sager. This one people have seen before, but I go into a smaller mat. Mr. Lee.
Yeah, that was great.
Anyway, let me see where I left off in the chat here real quick. DW2X says, Billy, awesome collection. I was in the Jim Lee line with you and your brother-in-law at NYC.
Oh, what's up, man? Hey, you were from New Orleans, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How was that line? Was it pretty bad?
No, it really wasn't that bad. He kind of moves along pretty fast, so it wasn't too bad. We probably were there for 40 minutes or so.
Say, not his first rodeo. Hi everyone. Is anybody interested? I am selling the Jazz Inc. 1989 Batwing, 1.6 brand new. I only took it out for inspection. I'm sure that there's probably somebody out there for sure. Is it the giant one? Right?
Yeah, it fits the 1.6. It's a big
Yeah,
one.
that's crazy. That's awesome. But good luck. I'm sure somebody's gonna want it. Speaking of art, Chris, have you shipped out all the stuff from the auction night? Yes, everything's shipped out. Some of it went USPS, and it is just slow as can be. So I do apologize for that. I tried to get everything out as quickly as possible, but yeah, everything's shipped out. Beginning of last week, I think it was. It was all shipped out before I left for Philly. So I know there's been most of them, like I've checked the tracking, and most of those things have been delivered, but there's a few things that are still hopefully going to be delivered this week. Oh yeah, Ronaldo says yes, it is the big one. So that's awesome. So with the changes that Supercraft Superman changes, are you feeling better on the statue? I think it's an interesting statue. I know it's not for everybody. There's kind of some concern a little bit about the leaning. Maybe it's kind of looks like it might be leaning a little bit, and I think that they changing the baby was a that there's a lot of jokes. Yeah, a lot of jokes.
Baby.
Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how somebody. Yeah, I don't know how somebody looked at that and thought, yeah, this looks great. Let's go ahead and publish photos of this. But
baby.
Yeah, obviously Supercraft is new enough that they're going to want to continue to listen to the fans, which is good.
Well, they had changed it. He looked pretty good then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I bought Pure Arts 1/12 Yorm. I don't know if I said that right. Yorm the Giant. It's 2 feet deep. I don't know where to put it. Well, man, and it's 1/12, and it's 2 feet deep. Goodness gracious. Good luck with that, Lewis. That's nuts.
Good Lord.
So anyway, what's new with you this week?
No, just trying to get caught up. When I say caught up, I'm talking about work and sleep. But, yeah. What went on this week? Really nothing. I felt like the week dragged, but it also went by fast. I don't know. And so.
Well, the best thing I did, I took off Tuesday.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, man, how's this guy going to go straight to work? And then he's like, oh, well, going back to work now. I was like, oh, he took that extra day. Normally
we like go hard at Disney or whatever and do that with the family. And then I go back to work the next day, and it's just brutal. So this time I decided to take an extra day, and I'm really glad I did, because obviously flew home. I mean, it was, 3 hours on the plane, then another 3 hours home, drive from Kansas City. So it was a long day. So I'm really glad I took Tuesday off. So yeah, for me, it was just Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then back on the road. And then we're going to go out of town again this coming weekend.
Right. Coming on back.
So yeah, it's crazy. Nate Rose with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. All of those do roll right back into the channel. So I can't thank you guys enough for your support. Thank you, Nate.
Goes right into that caffeinated beverage fund.
That's exactly where it goes, since every single one of those are $5 or $6, and it's expensive. But I was very happy to get my Dunkin' today. My wife drove us like 3 miles out of the way.
Nice.
Go get some Dunkin'. So
even Oklahoma's got Dunkin'. Come on.
Yeah, I know. We don't have one. Justin said, I thought the S-shaped cape was an odd choice until I was looking at the Batman one and remembered that the bat's around his head, work with his cowl to make the bat symbol. Yeah, it's just something different. And I also think it's really smart that they are including the alternative cape, because, not everybody's going to want that S curve, but it certainly makes it stand out. Especially if you're a collector that has a lot of Superman in your collection, it's kind of hard to get them to be different. So I think it's awesome. This old geek, or superhero, says hello to this old geek. Hello. We got Carl in the house as well. Hey, Carl. Evening, gents. Any plans for Halloween? For me, so my son's supposed to he's going to kind of like the state tournament, which more than likely they will lose because they were going against one of the best in the state. But anything can happen. But they're going to go out of town for that. And then my other son, Locke, he wants to stay here and trick or treat. So I think that I'm going to be here Friday night. How about you guys?
The little one has a party to go to, and the other one, I'm sure, will just be terrorizing the neighborhood somewhere. So I'll be home handing out the candy.
So yeah, I mean, I don't blame the kids at all. They want to get as much sugar as they can.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pay for that alternative cape, Justin says.
Oh wow.
I just assumed everybody just got it.
That's kind of sucky.
Huh. Hi guys, did you see Rad Titan's review of his custom Colossus on top of Sentinel? It looks great. It has a nice concept. I saw the thumbnail, but I haven't watched the video.
Same.
So yeah, I haven't seen it. Happy Lord's Day, guys. Thank you very much, Limited Collectibles. I wanted it in the add-ons, but it was too expensive. That sucks. I'm surprised.
How much more was it for the?
Yeah, Justin, do you know how much more it was? I'm thinking about getting the Iron Studios The Flash. You talking about the quarter scale?
That's a good one. I like that one.
They teased? Yeah, Nate.
Yeah.
So does it feel like Prime 1 is dragging us out on our DC pre-orders? Prime 1 Chris needs his Phantasm fix, and I need my Batman Catwoman 1/4 scale pre-order. I don't know what they're waiting on. I assume it's probably just like factory timing and all that stuff. I gotta tell you, I almost bought a statue yesterday. I was telling Billy that we stopped at DZ Comics and Games, which some of you have maybe seen some of my tours from when I stopped there. It's in Moore, Oklahoma, and my family was nice enough to let me go through there for about 30 minutes, and picked up a couple books, which was really great. Picked up a Sean Murphy hardcover, and the new it's the sequel to this one, the First Night, so it's like called The Second Night, I think it's called. But I got that first issue, and long story short, they have the sideshow Batman and Catwoman, where Catwoman's kind of turned around and Batman's kind of looking. It's like 5th scale or whatever. I'm not sure what scale it was.
Oh, the prom one.
The prom one, yeah. I almost bought it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, it looks really good, and I'm like, where would I put it? It's not the right scale. I think they were asking like $700 for it, which I think it's like waitlisted. So I like checked a few places, and a lot of places were selling it for like $1,200.
Oh boy.
So I'm like, 700 is not bad.
How many did they make?
I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because I don't know, people didn't really like it, but it sold out. So I was wondering if they really made a lot of them.
Yeah, it's $1,400 on eBay. Jeez. $849 on Replay Toys. Let me just see if they had an edition size on the Sideshow website. I don't see an edition size. Oh, that was sculpted by Maria Panfilova. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize she did that one too. I don't see a ES on this. Oh, I'm sorry, 1,500. Yeah, 1,500. So
middle of the road.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Got an email saying the Supercraft Batman is delayed until at least May of next year. Did it say May?
I think it did. May
or my God.
Yeah, I think it was May.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of their first thing out of the gate. So
that was supposed to be October, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
It's a long ways away. And they're not even making that many of them.
No. So, man. I mean, at least we're seeing factory shots. Nice room tour, Billy. Another Billy compliment as it's well deserved. M. Seeley, 220 for the cape.
Wow.
For the add-on.
Holy moly.
Oh, he said 200. Well,
oh, still a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Wow. What else do you get? You get the other cape, and I seen some other little proximity pieces around it or stuff, right?
Yeah, the different add-ons. It says all total, if you add up the Superman, is 5,250
for 2 quarter scales.
I think it's 1 quarter scale. Is that what is that what you're talking about? This old geek, just the Superman and all the add-ons.
That better be 2 statues. There's no way.
You gotta let me know.
If you get all the add-ons for Superman, yeah, it's probably
what a good deal. Yeah. I'm excited for Cape Comic Con coming up in a few weeks, hoping to see some awesome statues. I hope you do too, Nate. They're kind of few and far between at these shows.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so $99 for the Fortress Key, $199 for the Cape, $199 for the Candor except on day 1, $299 for Crypto, $199 or $299 for the Sunstone, $14.99 for gold-plated Kelex Robot, $99 for the special base.
Jeez.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Ronaldo says, hi, Chris and Billy. I need a quarter scale poison ivy, but I'm trying to find the right one for my collection. Any suggestions? I like the variant one. So you're looking for a green one? Like this one I have up there. If you can see my screen right there, that ivy right there, I absolutely love.
I don't know. I think the deadly nature goes with that more grittier take, with the Penguin, the Riddler. If your collection is more comic booky, maybe the one where she's kind of sitting down and she's got the plant monsters around her.
Yeah.
Kind of think she will fit more in the comic collection, where the deadly nature is a little bit more of that realistic take.
I just recently bought back the original poison ivy that I had. She's sitting right here off screen here on my desk, and she's still a great option too. And you can usually get her for a pretty good price. So depending on like what you're trying to go for, and that was based on the work of Art Germ off of his.
Then there's the one that came before that one. Remember she's kind of standing straight up. That's
the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, she's got like her hand out. I think they came with two different portraits. One was like long.
Oh, hair. That one, yeah, that one was after this one.
Right, yeah, that was like the plant monster around her.
Yeah, and she I really liked her too. I was actually inspired by Delaney because he had one. He still does, and he has the I don't know. I call her the scarier head portrait. That's the one he really likes. But I really liked that one for a long time.
Her back looks like totally jacked, right?
Yeah,
she was really muscular. Yeah,
she was a little greenish yellow, so it's a little bit. The color was a little bit weird, but I really liked her for a really long time. But then, of course, this one came out, and I'm like, I really like what they did with that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did hear from Eric he has been passing those sideshow codes to the rest of the Brotherhood of the Bat members. Yeah, absolutely. We've definitely, and I'm part of there's like a sideshow code group. I'm part of that group. And then, of course, Lane Kramer, boom, 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 like clockwork. So definitely, I don't know. I probably got $20 in codes, I bet. I don't know. Not bad. I really want to buy more DC Bus from Tweeterhead, but after this whole drama about shipping, I doubt I'll buy any more. I have Superman already and have Doomsday and Batman on hold. And again, Caden, I hope we get some answers on Wednesday. It is my intention to not ask any questions. I'm going to let the audience ask the questions, and just kind of go from there. We'll see what kind of answers we can get. We can only do so much, but I don't know. How do you think Wednesday is going to go, Billy?
I mean, I think we all talked about it privately that not everyone's going to come away happy, but that's just how this goes.
Yep.
We are not going to ask about anyone's individual orders. This is a broad thing. All you can do is offer the platform and, I guess give the opportunity to speak, or ask questions, and however they're answered, that's, not on us. So just sit back and listen, really.
I mean, that's the show that I'm planning on starting. There's not going to be any bells and whistles. It's just, we're going to start the show, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to step aside and, just basically be the moderator of the show. And I'll try to, run it the best I can. Like you said, there's going to be some people that are really happy. There's going to be some people that no matter what we do or say that it's not going to be good enough. But
hopefully there's concrete answers, a plan, and it's not just a vague thing where it's left open for interpretation or a let's see approach. I think people don't want to see that.
I mean, Chad is the one that asked to come on this program. Yep. And some people are like, why is he just coming on this channel? Why doesn't he do social media? I don't have the answer to that. All I know is that he asked to come on, and I said, sure, if you want the platform, I mean, obviously there are a number of people that watch this channel, certainly not everybody. And so I definitely encourage him to do as many social media posts as you possibly can, to email customers individually, and all of that stuff.
He's got his own platform. He could have done this on his own. So he chose to come on. He asks you to come on. So
Yeah.
this is,
And I told him, I said, it's going to be a rough show. It's not going to be easy. And, at the end of the day, I said, if you don't have a plan, don't come on.
right.
Because nobody wants to hear excuses, So
yeah, it has to be like concrete plans. Like, this is what we're doing. This is when you're going to get it, or you're not going to get it. Or if you want to get it, this is what you have to do. People aren't going to want to see, like I said, the let's see approach. That's just going to frustrate people even more, I think.
Yep. 100%. So we'll, again, fingers crossed, it'll go okay. I hope.
Yeah.
If you're calling the robot, okay, I think you're talking about the pricing. So yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got to draw the line somewhere. Prime ones, money for a 1/4 scale. I want the poison ivy on Chris's desk. So you can find a lot of them on eBay. I got mine on eBay. Great collection tour, Billy. I'm curious if the approximate square footage of your space. Oof.
It's not big. Maybe like 20 by 25 or something like that.
Yeah, I would say probably from that back wall to like the wall where your TV is.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably about right.
Yeah.
Give or take. I mean, it's 2 separate rooms. Well, that's one big room, but you've divided it.
It was like 4. It's 8. It's about 20 by 25. Yeah. I mean, we did divide it, but it's a bigger space that we just divided up.
Yeah, it's like one big living room, and then it's got a kind of an off. Well, I don't know. It just kind of keeps going. I mean, it's the whole basement.
Yeah. So
really, yeah.
So yeah.
Oops, Kenneth. Hi to you, Kenneth. I may skip Wednesday and rejoin when the dust settles. That might not be a bad idea.
It's smart.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Yeah.
You can just watch all the other people in the social media comments that complaining that we didn't do a good enough job, that sort of thing. You just wait till that all calms down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Certainly going to be a number of channels that I'm sure aren't real happy. Sounds like you guys already know what Chad is going to say. I mean, we guess. I don't know. I really don't know what he's going to say.
Zero idea what he's going to say.
I mean, there's things that I'm hoping he says.
Right.
I've said it many times that I think many of us are rooting for Tweeterhead to succeed, but
I gotta tell you, what?
It could also kill Tweeterhead too.
Yeah, no, like rooting for Tweeterhead. Yes, of course, but I'm rooting for all our fellow collectors to get their stuff because that's frustrating, and I think we talked about it privately, and I don't care. I'll say it. We're lucky. Me, you, Dan, Eric, and a lot of the collectors watching are lucky that we have the collectors that we do. And maybe $1,000 floating out there out of our reach in limbo may not be the same as it is for somebody else. I was thinking about that collector who maybe can only afford to get 1 statue a year or 2 statues a year and decided to pre-order that sorceress or that trap jaw or something like that,
Yep.
And, move some stuff around, move some money around, went into their savings, put the credit card down, and then goes through the frustration of not getting that piece. And that's a disappointment. But also those funds are out there and you can't use it. You can't get at it. I feel for that person, who $1,000 floating out there in limbo means more to them than it might to me, or it might to you. That's the person that I'm really thinking about, that I hope we get them some answers, because you're going through the frustration and the disappointment of not getting that piece. And let's face it, Tweeterhead puts out awesome stuff. We all love their stuff.
Yep.
But also from a financial standpoint, $1,000 is a big deal to some people. And, this is shit that we don't need. This is all luxury stuff. So, I feel for that person. If you put your credit card down, that payment's still coming every month, even though you didn't get nothing. So I hope that he's got some answers for those people.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, rumors are circulating that there's a lot of the stuff's already done.
Perfect.
It's just waiting for us to get here, and it's like, okay, well then what's the holdup? Well, if tariffs are this, well, how are other companies able to get stuff here? Are you able to work with another company to try? Are you working with Sideshow? Are they going to be able to bail you out and help you out here? It's like those are the questions that I want answered. Like you said, it's frustrating to see. Again, for me, it's frustrating to see any company struggling, because this is the hobby that we love, and every single company that we talk about on this channel and other YouTube channels and other, social media platforms, we love the art, and that's why we're here. And so we like when companies are doing well, because that's more competition, which ideally would lower the price. That doesn't seem to really happen very often, but
No.
it keeps driving up the quality, and it offers variety to collectors. What Tweeterhead offers is very different than what XM offers or what Legendary Beast offers. And so I don't want to see any company do poorly, but at the end of the day, the customers need to be informed. And it's at this point, it feels like it's way too late for that. So I just don't know. I mean, like he says, I'm a little worried how the stream will go. I'm not getting or have not gotten any Tweeterhead pieces. Yeah, I mean, some people are not invested, but obviously there are people that are invested in the hobby itself, and so they want to know what's going on. At this point, I'm hoping he makes some arrangements with Sideshow to help facilitate getting his stuff here to the U.S. I'm also hoping that. I think that anything that you ordered through Sideshow, I think you're fine. I don't think there's going to be any issues there. I think the issues are the things that was the direct order stuff. And so if you, what was like the Catwoman bust or whatever else that Sideshow has, I don't think there's going to be any problems with that. Because Sideshow, they seem to have been able to get stuff here for the most part. I don't know. There might be some delays. I don't know. I'm not aware of any, but there might be. I think it'd be awesome if everyone from the Rogues Gallery would be at Chris's back. We were actually talking about that this weekend. That would be awesome to have everybody here. It would be a dream come true to get everybody together. That'd be a lot of fun. It's hard though. It's hard to with everybody's schedules. It's difficult. The Virgin Prime, hello to you. Chad did give an update on things the other day. I read to some people, so I imagine he will be talking about that. Sounded like things were moving and tariff was to blame mostly. Again, that is the impression that I get the most. Just that it is truly a tariff situation. However, why are other companies able to get stuff here and he's not? I mean, I think that's the real big question. So I'm hoping, like I said, I hope he has some answers and a plan to go forward. Anyone have any insight on Sideshow's payment plans cut to 3 months instead of 6? Man-Bat PF. I don't know. I've never used the payment plan. Have you, Billy?
Back a long time ago. I think when they cut the payment plan is because it's going to be the expected delivery date is moved up, so they don't want to stretch it out that far. They'll cut the payments a little bit at the end, because I know sometimes they do it where, like, if you made all your payments and it got pushed back, they don't take the last payment because the delivery date got pushed back. So it all depends on
schedule.
how far out it is to because you got to remember, if they get this stuff in early and it's sitting in the warehouse, they have to keep it there. So while you're making payments, if you dragged it out to 10 payments, this stuff is in now, they want to get it out the door. So they might chop it up like that.
It's a great point. And obviously, if they're, let's say maybe they're producing less, which Man-Bat had a really healthy edition. Was it 1,500 for Man-Bat?
It was 1,000.
1,000. Okay. So, I mean, in the old days, let's say that Man-Bat, they made 5,000 of those. Well, that takes a lot longer to make that many. So if they're making less of things, they can get it out to us quicker, which is a great thing as a collector.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're on a payment plan, it might cut into that a little bit. So that's great perspective, Billy.
You do have an ability to, I think, from what I remember, unless they change it, where you can delay up to a couple of payments. So
that might help you out a little bit. I'm really curious about what's going to happen. I'm an advocate of Tweeterhead, and I won't be able to watch live, but I left 4 questions in the comments. So I'm going to try to do my best to kind of comb through, because, I mean, there's a lot of repetition, I guess you could say. And I don't know exactly how it's going to go with the live chat. There was some key questions that somebody had posted that were really hard questions. And so I want to have those ready to go, but obviously I don't want to keep you know, if he answers the question, I don't want to keep having him answer the question over and over again.
Yeah, you have to. I think that, you know, there's some pretty basic information that needs to be given. You know, it's not like, you know, like I said, we're not going to ask about anyone's specific order. Like, where's my Superman? Where's my this? You know, where's all this stuff? Is it done? You know, when's it going to ship? Or if it's not shipping by this date, can I have my money by this date? I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, either give people their product or give people back their money.
So, like, here's some questions. I'll just give a few. Like, are you struggling financially? And if so, can you please be transparent and explain how you'll get your affairs in order? Is Tweeterhead likely to shut shop for good? Do you think it's rude, Chad, to completely ignore customers via email and social media? After all this time, Chad, why are people having to still continually ask for refunds months or years later? Were the tariff issues a relief for you, as perhaps it buys you more time? I mean, these are the type of like heavy hitting questions, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens with some of these. Like I said, we'll try to give a wide variety of questions from everybody that's posted. We had a ton of questions from that video the other day, so hopefully. Problem is there needs to be action, not just more words. I agree. Competition seems to lead to better products, so it's a win for all collectors. Oh, there's a code. Did you snag it, Billy? Have you been putting them in?
I have. Some work, some don't.
Yeah, they're all kind of like.
I think I can't wait till I have enough for like a vinyl figure or something.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. We're gonna need a whole lot more codes to get a statue.
Yes, we are. But I mean, I think it's awesome. I said earlier, I feel like it's kind of like the old days where it kind of like they would give out a lot of codes like this.
It helps with the tax money.
Yeah, it's been a minute since they did it. Hey, I got mine worked $4. So put that code in, guys. Thank you very much, Jeff Delaney at Secret Sanctuary, for that amazing code. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope you're doing good tonight. Join us if you want to.
Do it the $4. Boom.
It's the tone dead nature of the social media post, ignoring addressing the customer service issues and delays. And that's the crazy thing is the last time he was on, we talked about that. Like he hired Eric and there was going to be better. And
yeah, that's a bad man.
Yeah. Blaming tariffs is not acceptable. The consumer is the one picking up the tab. And that's the case with all tariffs. I mean, it doesn't matter whether statues or anything, food, cars, the people pay it. The people pay it. If it is just tariffs, though, what about the stuff that was due before the tariffs existed? Gilman, Trapjaw, Doomsday, they were all before April.
Well, you have to understand if there was any kind of delay in production of those things, and then the tariffs hit, and then they have to be shipped, even though you pre-ordered it before the tariff situation, if it still has to ship, it's going to get hit with the tariff.
Yeah, and sometimes you know, he like same with like some of the other retailers, the third parties, like you have to wait till a container's full. So some of those like Gilman might have been done, then they get hit with the tariff situation, which delays everything and sucks. But then you have to wait till that container's full anyway, and then you can't get the container here because the tariffs are too much. Like it's just all these domino effects of ugliness. So like I said, I just hope he has at least, even if it's not a full solution, maybe at least partial solution to get at least some product here. That's what I'm fingers crossed for that show. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I don't have any statues from those companies other than PCS, Mortal Kombat. Great pieces. But if I were to get a statue, I like Iron Studios' Mortal Kombat collection. That'd be cool. Speaking of cool stuff for your collection, I messaged you, I think, yesterday with that David Finch.
I ignored that.
So what were they asking? Like 700?
Yeah.
So I got a deal, like a best offer of 630.
Man. I don't know. I do like that it's on that red comic and kind of the way it looks.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of I don't know if you watched the Netflix series.
I didn't.
All right. So in the opening credits, that's kind of how it looks. It kind of looked like it was you see it like the silhouette of his face, and it looks like it's just kind of dripping blood or something. It kind
Yeah.
of looks like that. So.
Yeah. I saw it's cool on the red paper. It looks really cool.
It looks really, really cool. I did pan around the room and see what I can kick out of here to fit it in. So
I know. I just thought I had to share it of like,
yeah,
oh man, if Billy
I'm
sees
not
this
big
thing.
on the CGC thing, so I don't know. I might crack it open, and put it in one of our Red Wolf collectible holders, which I think are nicer.
Do you ever get jealous of other people's collections like Billy's? I don't think
Of course. Kidding me?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is like, I don't look at it as jealousy. I look at it as like, wow, this is so cool. Like, it's like, and especially as a guy that only collects Batman, like I so appreciate a collection like Billy's that he's able to do both and make it work really well.
Both.
Yeah. I mean, it means literally two sides. I mean, he's got, I call it the colorful side and the non-colorful side. And, it's just like, but the colorful side is what stands out the most. And I guess that part I'm jealous. Like, I wish that I could incorporate other lines into this room. And if I was just, not so anal about everything, I probably would be able to do that. But I also know that things would have to go. I'd have to make some sacrifices. I'd have to like get rid of some things that I don't really want to get rid of. So I don't know. I guess in that terms, I get jealous. But in terms of the collections, I'm like, I'm so happy to see what other people do. That's the best part for me is just, again, being able to go into that space and just appreciate what he's put together and hang out with your friends. Like that's the best thing in the world, So
yeah, I've been lucky enough to go to Dan's house, Eric's house a bunch of times, obviously, Darth Rashid's house, and a few other people that I sold pieces to that you just kind of go over and see their setup. I really do enjoy it. Like there's never any kind of jealousy. I just love it. I might have, let's say they have 20 statues, I might have had, or I do have, half of them. But when you see it in somebody else's setup, you do get a better appreciation or a new appreciation for that statue because you're so used to seeing it the way that you have it, And
I said the same thing about Freeze and Bane. Like the way, like I think Freeze looks better in your collection than it does mine.
Right. And then
I like Bane higher. Yeah, Bane
right,
for
so
me.
You don't see Batman where the way I have it, you could see him perfectly because he's down. Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, I love it. It kind of like when I go to someone else's house, it kind of like reinvigorates my enthusiasm for the hobby. I'm like, wow, I'm not the only one. I don't know. It's kind of like gets my juices flowing again for it. Like I walked out of Dan's house, I was like, man, that probably was the freaking best room I've ever. And he doesn't have a lot of statues, but everything just looks so perfect, and the art is just tremendous. And the way the room is set up, it gives you that museum type feeling, And then Eric, he has all his statues behind glass, and it does give it a whole different look, a different perspective, and it looks so classy in the room, and then he's got his canvases throughout the room. I have a lot of those pieces, but it looks so different with the lighting that he uses and everything. It just looks great. I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing, even if it's the same statue, how somebody else displayed that piece. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do too. And it's just, like you said, it inspires, more than anything. It really does inspire. And that's like when people post photos of their collection in Facebook, like I love that. I mean, it's cool to see the statues, but I love seeing this. I like seeing it all put together and how people do that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's hard not to take inspiration from that. DC bus. Again, I don't want them to announce really anything until they can get stuff out to people. There's clearly, I mean, I know for a fact Chad has said that he does not want to put anything out. I mean, he doesn't want to like tease pre-orders and stuff until he gets stuff out. Like that's not his thing. Where it's like, XM, they tease that Transformers thing. Like I don't think a lot of people are going to trust the pre-order right now, but at least they're getting stuff out, and that's a great first step, I think. And that's what Tweeterhead needs to do. They just need to take that first step and get a little baby steps of confidence back to collectors. Many companies are struggling and have chosen to partner up. This week, Xbox has loaned their mascot to PlayStation. Maybe Tweeterhead should consider partnering up if liquidity is the issue. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, I'm hoping that he's trying to get help. I mean, if it is just financial and he can't afford to get the stuff here, yeah, I'm hoping there's some sort of business arrangement that he's considering. I hope. Admiration is different from jealousy. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Jay Swole Up. Hello to you. What about that Spider-Man? Are you talking about the Legendary Beast? I like that one. I like the Sideshow one.
You like the one with you?
And you know who's the one that gave me the hard no? Mrs. BSC. She's like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And she's right. I do want to go down that rabbit hole, but I've gone down enough.
I also said no.
Yeah, you also said no. Venomized Hulk. Yeah, man. And we don't have a ton of photos to look at on Wednesday, but that's definitely one we're going to be talking about. And I think it looks great. And like Delaney said, like he wishes that it was just a Hulk. And I think they would print money if they just made that a Hulk and, offered it as a variant. I mean, I know it'd be a completely new sculpt, but yeah, I think it looks great. What do you think?
I loved it. I'm not too much into the Venomized stuff, but I thought the Gwen looked really good. So I do have that new Venom on pre-order. So I don't know. I'm kind of looking. Maybe I could squeeze her in there somewhere. So she looked really good. But the Hulk looks awesome. And I agree. It would make a great just Hulk. But I don't know. I don't wishful thinking. I don't know if we could see them doing that. They did just put out 4 1/4 Hulks.
They did.
Ago. So
they did. So I think it'll be a minute, but maybe down the line,
yeah, it's gonna be a little bit.
I think Delaney hit up Daniel Bell. Obviously, Daniel Bell is the creative director, and so I think anything's possible. If the fans are interested, I think that Sideshow would definitely take a look. They did that with the Jester Harley, where they re kind of did her. I mean, she is similar, but there was a lot like they took the coat off, they changed the base. So I mean, maybe they could do that for the Hulk too. So we'll see. He even mentioned like he would maybe consider getting that one and selling his Legendary Beast one, which I think it'd be crazy. But it does. The problem is it takes up so much room in his space.
Put it on the couch with you.
That's right.
Be with him like this.
That's right. Obviously, they showed the Universal Monster stuff too, and I've always loved the Universal Monsters, and so to see those updated sculpts, I went back and looked at some of the old ones that Sideshow did because they did a Frankenstein and they did a Bride of Frankenstein, they did a creature way back in the old days, like when I first started collecting with Sideshow. And man, the sculpts are so much better now, and the likeness is really good. So I'm excited about those. Stanley says, go down more rabbit holes. Okay. Stanley, if you would like to privately fund those rabbit holes, then no problem. I will buy whatever you want me to buy. I enjoy seeing that others enjoy the same hobby that I do. I get inspired seeing the many ways people display their collections. I have stolen many display items or ideas over the years. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping that I inspire through this channel, and I hope that I, see your collections and the way you display. I watch other YouTube channels. I watch, other video reviews. I watch stuff on Facebook and Instagram. I love to see how other people do stuff. And it's just so much fun to be able to take an idea and be like, whoa, I could really make this work in my room. And it might take a long time to figure it out, but it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, we did the room tour, and how many questions were there about the coffee tables or the shelving or stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? It's always like, how did you do that? More than the statues. We all know where to find statues, right? Right. So it's about, hey, how did you do this? And what were you thinking when you decided to display it that way? So that's what kind of makes it fun, I mean, we all know to go to eBay or this retailer or that retailer. So it's not really about the statues. It's more about how you lay things out, how you organized it or whatever, just stuff like that.
That's what I've always amazed with, like, just trying to inspire. I think, I don't know for sure, but I feel like I was like the very first one to ever do garage shelving, at least on YouTube. I don't remember anybody ever doing something like that. And that was only out of necessity to hold the weight. I couldn't think of anything else to do. And I thought, well, okay, how could I dress this up and how could I make it look a little bit better? But that's one of my things, like, I'm so happy with, because so many people like took that idea and kind of, really ran with it. And Dan, it makes your collection look amazing, and you don't have to worry about the weight.
that's it. Like for me, like when I first got started, I was at IKEA every day buying up all the Bestas, all the
Yep.
packs, and all that stuff. And they're fine for the smaller scale stuff, even for 1/4 stuff. And I was watching my guy Jeff Delaney, and he actually did a video on the Gladiator shelving, and it just looked different than some of the other. It's got the holes, but it just had a different finish to it,
Yep.
And you
It
didn't
looks stronger.
it looked strong. Yeah, you didn't need any tools. It just kind of snapped together.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, just Google that up, and they have different sizes. One's 46, 36, or whatever, and
Yep.
there's a smaller one that's like 15, and 24 inches deep. All the different sizes. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's what we're gonna do, because once I went to 1/3, the Bestas just weren't gonna cut it, and I just did it out of like just fear. I just needed more security and something that's going to hold some of the weight of, these things are heavy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't look all that aesthetically pleasing, I think, especially with the holes, but I rather sacrifice that and have peace of mind that nothing is going to just start to bow and eventually come down.
Yep. That's great peace of mind.
Even if you reinforce it,
yeah,
it could still, that's all like that composite wood stuff or whatever it is. No.
Yeah, you want to replace it with plywood or something that's going to be stronger.
Yeah.
Ideally. But and again, I did it just out of necessity because I didn't have an IKEA within a state of me, and so I had to just find something that would work. Oh, I didn't answer that question. Thoughts on the J&D Batfleck tease? I think it's awesome. He's not my Batman, but I would definitely consider getting him, especially if it's the Batman versus Superman suit. If it's anything other than that, I would not be interested at all. But I think it would look cool on the back shelf, adding another Batman back there. He'd be big. Humble Collector UK, absolutely. What do you think of them doing both sculpted and cut and sew? I think it's freaking brilliant. Billy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that was a great idea. Because you got mixed media people, you got people that only do sculpted, so it's a completely different look, and they're both really good. So
I can't remember if it's somebody in our group or somebody on Facebook. I can't remember. They mentioned that they wanted to get the sculpted Bride of Frankenstein, but they were going to get the fabric Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's funny. I saw it the other way too.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure what their thinking was with that. I'm curious because
the guy who I was talking to, he said that the gown looked better fabric.
Well, it hugs her body more. I mean, it's a tighter look.
Yeah. So yeah, but they both look good.
Yeah. People always want different, and then when they go get different, they ask for the same again. Yeah. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
I don't have any Marvel in my collection, but I picked this up to go with my monster collection. What did you pick up? Unless I missed it. Hi, Chris. When would the next live auction be? I was just out of town for the last one and missed out on all the cool prints. Rick, I would imagine we try to do it like every 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months. We try to do it. Hey, congratulations, Kevin. I think you're going to be really happy.
Nice.
What was David Finch's reaction to your wall of his? I saw that picture you posted in the group of showing him it on your phone. And I just want to thank my friends for photographing that. I wish I had filmed it. Like I would have loved to have seen because I don't even know what his reaction was. It was a blur for me. But it was really cool to be able to show him, what all of his work has done. I don't know if he always gets to see something like that. I would imagine probably nothing like that has ever been done, at least with Batman villains. I don't know. I don't see anything out there like that.
He seemed really even keeled about it, but that's how he is.
Yeah.
I don't see him as a get excited kind of person.
Yeah.
So I think when you showed it to him, he was looking, because it's on your phone,
right.
But he was looking at each piece, I think, and the way it was. And then, you were kind of explaining things, and he did notice something. We'll just keep it between us, but so since he noticed that and made mention of it, he was looking at each one. So just, it probably looks like, I don't know. I was thinking like, he's probably thinking like, he's such a humble guy that it's like, this guy really has all this stuff, like all my work like this,
Yeah.
but he looked a little taken back by that. So, but yeah,
I just wanted him to see what it, yeah. I just wanted him to
seemed like
see
he
it put
appreciated
together.
it though.
Yeah, I hope so. And it's one of those things where I didn't want to take up a ton of people's time. I mean, everybody's waiting behind me. So
yeah, we did anyway. So
yeah, we did anyway. Got a nickname, you Alice, for all the rabbit holes you go down. That's right. I mean, for sure. What is everyone's opinion on the WB Discovery being up for sale, but keep seeing James Gunn confirmation on his movies? I don't know. You even had the president weighing in this week of wanting Paramount to buy it for whatever reason. I thought that was strange. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I haven't really loved what WB has done with DC over the years. I mean, there's been some good decisions, but I feel like they have the greatest characters on the planet, and they continually screw it up somehow. I don't know. What do you think, Billy?
I saw something that said that Disney might be in on it.
Disney, really?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Maybe a little Batman at the Disney parks. Fifth Gate, Batman World.
They got Star Wars. Why not, right?
I was gonna say, why not? Did you like visiting Washington D.C.? I did. We had a really good time. A lot of freaking walking. We got to ride bikes, which was really fun. We got to watch Eric kill a bike, which was a lot of fun. And it was fun. We obviously were there during the government shutdown, so like nothing was open. So that was a bummer. But even if it was, like, I don't know if we would have been able to see half the stuff we saw if we had gone into like the Smithsonian or something. I don't know. We probably would have been there a lot later at night.
Yeah. That was probably my, the most fun day, so.
It was a lot of fun. What would Billy do different in his room as far as setup if he had unlimited funds for that specifically? Ooh, good question.
If I had unlimited funds? Oh, boy.
Maybe just more room, maybe? I don't know.
What would I do differently? I don't know. Like it's always going to be the way that it is. I was always a big sports guy. Obviously, anybody who watched the tour saw that. So that would always be a part of any man cave I had. But if I had unlimited funds, and I'm guessing unlimited space would go along with that, I would probably have separate rooms. Like I'd have like just the sports stuff off in another room, and then just a statue room, I guess. And just make it bigger, As far as the statues go, I wanted with Marvel, because I feel like Marvel has a bigger variety of characters. You have like the X-Men universe, the Avengers, the symbiote stuff, the Fantastic Four, Marvel Street stuff like Daredevil and Punisher. So, and then with DC, I'm more Batman, Superman, and then the Rogues. I don't really love like Green Lantern and the Justice League and Aquaman and all that stuff. But I think if I had unlimited funds, I would probably expand the DC stuff and get some, more like, Dark Side and, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and all that kind of stuff too. But just spread it out a little bit.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just put this up on the screen. I saw that this is like something new. So it apparently shows comments live on the screen. So let me see if I can still highlight things. Okay, good. So yeah, I might leave that up. I'm just going to see what you guys think about it. So obviously things go.
I can't see it. What am I looking at?
Are you on the stream or just on the app?
Yeah, I could see it where it's like, okay. Yeah.
It's right in front of you.
Do
you see it?
Yeah. So you can take questions like that where it's like in real time?
Well, I mean, it shows them on the screen, but then I can also put up questions like this also. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Are you guys seeing that on screen?
I see Theodore right now.
Let's see. Let me see if it shows. Yeah, it shows on there. Let me show you. I'm not sure why you can't see it, but hold on. Let me see, Billy. Can you look? See this thing right here? Right, it's right there. See that?
Yep. I see
that little box right there.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah. So it has the comments now up on screen. So that's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Might be helpful.
Yeah. Same question for Chris too that Raphael asked. I would definitely have built my shelves a little bit lower. I had those custom built in. I might have gone to garage shelving. That was my original intention. I think I could have had a little bit more flexibility to do that. But I definitely would have lowered these shelves so I could have put art behind the stuff a little bit better. So that's probably what the biggest change that I would do. And maybe instead of doing the LEDs that I did in the back shelf, I would have put like more like these kind of lights in.
Well, if you had unlimited funds, that was his question. If you had unlimited funds, you probably would have half your collection would be Marvel too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
if I just add another room this size and
another room,
I'd probably do
Marvel. Like you just don't collect it, but you like Iron Man and Spider-Man and.
Oh, I would. I mean, again, I would. My collection would probably look just like Billy's over there. I'd have very similar pieces. I love, especially like the movie stuff. I never read the comics. I read Spider-Man comics as a kid, but that was it. And so I don't know if I would connect with like like Legendary Beast Thor. I don't know if I'd connect with that, but I would definitely love Iron Man pieces, movie pieces specifically. I think that'd be really fun. Yeah, Prime Collectibles has a great video if you guys want to check it out. Great display. Are you still going to have Wednesday's show with Tweeterhead? As of right now, yes. I'm hoping he it comes.
We'll be here. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is he is asked to be on. And hopefully he comes. With what Queen Studio said regarding their 1-to-1 Joker on godlike statues, would you rather get the bust sooner or wait much longer for a potential update? I would rather wait.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. I don't care as long as it's done well. PCS showed off their Michael Myers bust. Same thing. It's got the amputated arm though. It's got the same issue. Yeah. So people are either going to love it or not, and it's up to you to buy it or not. But that Joker is very expensive, so we'll see. I want to see what the update is. And at this point, I might even wait till it's produced.
How many are they making? Did they even put out an ES yet?
Not a ton.
No.
I can't remember I don't remember if they have yet. Man, Italy LucaCon, that'd be awesome.
That's pretty cool.
A lot of great artists attend that show. Hi, Chris. I have a question for Billy. I haven't had a chance to reach out to Charles from Choice Fine Arts to find out how much he would want for the piece I showed you. How much you think it costs? Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
I do, but I have no idea what that would cost. You could find Charles in the group. He is in there, and ask him because I have no idea. I've actually never even seen that piece that he showed me.
Well, hopefully, I mean, just reach out to Charles.
Yeah, definitely. He's in the group and he responds. So.
Let's skip ahead just a little bit, guys, to get kind of caught up. We're going to be wrapping up the show here in just a minute. It works as long as you don't have multiple guests. Oh, I was going to say somebody's head would be right there.
Yeah, don't be put down in the corner. So
yeah, if it was like this, if it was just me,
put Eric down there.
Yeah, that's right.
He can have the words
here. Yeah, no one needs to see him anyway.
Nah, he's big, so
That's right. You'll see his dome, and you'll be fine. Him and his snake hoodie. I thought it looked cool. I thought it was funny.
Oh man, see that big dude walking down the streets with a "It's Showtime" hoodie on.
Yep, I love it.
Oh my god.
Remind Chad to have stable internet and plug in his phone. That's going to be the thing. He's going to be like he'll like freeze after 30 seconds.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
But maybe that might be best for him. I don't know. I mean, maybe that might save him.
I don't know.
So, with that said, I need everybody to say a prayer for us because who knows how Wednesday's going to go. I was going to say, whatever you believe in. Yes. So anyway, I really am excited for the show. I'm nervous for the show. Just to be 100% honest, I don't know how it's going to go. And like I said, I'm always somebody that is a positive. I try to be a positive person. And so to have, this thing is going to be negative, I don't love that. But at the end of the day, I think Billy said it best is like, we're here for the collectors and we want to try to get some answers. Again, I can't guarantee that we'll get any, But I'm hoping that we do, and I'm hoping that he has a plan. And I think if he doesn't, and he doesn't really have much to say, I think that it's not good for Tweeterhead, in the long run. I think that people are going to lose faith, or, maybe already has. And I hate to see that. So anyway,
I think, most of this, like, we're talking about stuff that was done directly through Tweeterhead. This stuff that's coming is supposed to be in conjunction with Sideshow. So I think people might still, everyone trusts Sideshow. So I think you're okay there. So
yeah, I think that's the best thing he could have done is gone back to them.
Yep, absolutely.
Because if he was in this boat all by himself, I just think that would have been horrendous. Yep. But I think that having this relationship with Sideshow, and that's why I'm hoping that maybe he can work something out with them to help get stuff here. Whatever that may look like, I don't know. What I'm worried about is it's going to cost so much for him to get stuff here that's going to shut down Tweeterhead, and I don't want to see that.
That's tough.
That's tough. Yeah. Because again, like the stuff they've teased, the Riddler bust and the Clayface bust, like I want them right now. I don't want to wait. But obviously, we don't want them to be canceled either. So, like I said, hopefully we'll get you guys some answers on Wednesday. My fingers are crossed, and we'll do the best we can. That's all I can promise you. So, anyway, Nate Rose, I want to give him a shout out again. $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Means the world to me. So, thank you very much for that. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. And again, say a prayer for us Wednesday night. We'll see how it goes. Have a great one, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Good night.